Have you ever listened to a song and felt like it understood exactly what you were feeling, even when you couldn't explain it yourself? For a lot of people, especially teens and young adults, music isn't just something we listen to. It's something we rely on during our most stressful and emotional moments. One artist who has really captured this theme is Billie Eilish. I chose this topic because music is a huge part of most teenagers' life. A lot of people use music as an escape when they're stressed, overwhelmed, or just having a bad day. Billie Eilish stands out to me because she openly talks about mental health in music, and that's something a lot of people can relate to but not always talk about. Billie Eilish's music can be seen as a reflection of her own personal struggles, but it is also something bigger. It helps bring awareness to teen mental health by expressing real emotions, talking about topics that are usually avoided, and connecting with young people around the world. It's pretty common for people our age to spend a lot of time listening to music, but sometimes it feels like certain artists just get it. Music can express feelings that are hard to put into words, and it can help us understand what's going on in our own minds. Today, I'll talk about who Billie Eilish is and how she became famous. Then, I'll explain how her music talks about mental health and mental health awareness. And finally, why her music connects so strongly with teens and young adults. Billie Eilish's rise to fame is actually pretty different from most artists, which is part of what makes her story very interesting. She grew up in Los Angeles in a creative family and started making music at a young age with her brother. Instead of recording in big studios, they both made music at home, which gave her sound a more personal feel. Her big break is when she released her song Ocean Eyes online at the age of 14, and it quickly started gaining attention. A lot of people, especially younger listeners, connected with how emotional and different it sounded compared to other popular music at that time. After that, her career took off with the release of the album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?, which made her one of the most well known artists in the world at a really young age. Research actually supports why her music connects with people. Her style reflects the emotional struggles of her generation, and her lyrics often includes themes like anxiety, isolation, pressure, which a lot of young people deal with today. So now that we know how she became famous, it makes more sense to look at what her music is really about. One of the main reasons Billie Eilish stands out to me is because she talks about mental health in a very real and honest way. Her songs often include themes like loneliness, rejection, anxiety, and feeling overwhelmed. These aren't always easy topics to talk about, but she doesn't avoid them. According to articles, her music reflects issues connected to youth depression, including feelings of hopelessness and pressure from society. The same study also found that a lot of listeners relate to these themes, which is why her music feels so personal to them. Another important point is that when artists are open about their emotions, it can actually help reduce the stigma around mental health. Billie Eilish Billie Eilish's music helps normalize conversations about things like depression and anxiety. Instead of pretending everything is fine, she talks about real struggles, and that can make people feel less alone. Because of that honesty, her music doesn't just talk about emotions. It creates a strong connection with the people listening to it. Billie Eilish's music connects so strongly with teenagers and young adults because it feels so real. A lot of people our age are dealing with stress, school stress, relationship, and trying to figure out who they are. Her music reflects those experiences in a way that doesn't feel fake or forced. She also pretend she also presents herself differently compared to a lot of other artists. She doesn't try to fit in to typical expectations, which makes her more relatable to people who feel like they don't fit in either. Her sound also plays a huge role. She often uses softer vocals and simple production, which makes her music feel more personal, almost like she's talking directly at you instead of performing for a crowd. Because of this, her music becomes more than just something to listen to. It actually helps people process their emotions and feel understood. In conclusion, Billie Eilish's music is different from many other artists because it focuses on real emotions and real experiences. We talked about how she became successful, how her music addresses mental health, and why so many young people connect with her work. Artists like Billie Eilish show that being open about emotions and personal struggles can actually help others feel understood. Music has the ability to connect people in a powerful way, especially when it reflects what people are truly feeling. And for a lot of listeners, Billie Eilish's music does exactly that. It gives a voice to emotions they might not know how to express on their own.